right, this is a new hour for the Secret Time Travel Southern Hemisphere Tour fundraiser. That QR code has been up on the screen, but if you want to use this one, that one's there too. Small donations go a long way. All right, this show is called, Etsy, Spotify, and stuff. So this is about, but again, if anybody was late and they want to talk about recipes, that's cool. If they want to talk about jokes, also great. But this is also about, platforms that artistic people can use to make money. All right. Somebody might be having trouble coming in, but we're going to bring in our guests now, and we'll be able to figure that out. So let's give it up for Jared Wilder, everyone.
Sean, what's
and
up?
What's up, buddy? And Yang might be with us again pretty soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. How are you? And we'll have future guests as well. How's it going?
It's great from the future, the past, and the present.
Great. All right. How was your Sunday? Anything to talk about, recipe related, joke related, or otherwise?
Yes. Well, okay. So I actually had an incredible day. I got to spend most of the day with, it was actually my Aunt Barbara's 70th birthday. And so my cousins, Kimberly and Lauren, put together a surprise party for her.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, and so we went out to Jersey to Maggiano's and did family style Italian.
Ooh.
With my with my absolute favorite family members I haven't seen in a while, because not everyone can make Thanksgiving. So I saw some of them, but I got to see my parents, my sister, my nephews back from college.
Nice.
It's just and like my cousins. It was just like a really fantastic day, and I'm not even kidding you. I think I ate more today than I have in like a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us then.
Oh, you're welcome. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Sean, for you, anything.
Had you
It's been so long.
Yeah, it has. Have you been to that restaurant before? It's a winner?
Yeah, it's a winner. So it's basically at the it's like the Garden State Plaza sort of style. So it's next to Rosa Mexicana and PF Chang's, to give you sort of an understanding. But the truth is, we used to do that growing up, and we would do that, or like Outback, and those were like such a big deal at the time. You know what I mean? So now to be able to go there, and it was just like a really nice place, and the staff was just so fantastic, and it was just worked so hard, and like just really made a holiday. And then a couple of other parties were actually happening. She was like shocked because, and get this, so she walks in and almost starts like crying, and she was just so amazed, and it was thoughtful. And she says to my niece, "But I thought you said you were going to Chipotle today."
Oh, what?
And so apparently my niece sold it when she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to Chipotle with some friends," and she just like assumed that was her day plan, and like wondered why no one else was there. And then actually my parents came in. Actually, I wound up getting a ride out with my parents there, and so I got to spend some time, which was just really special. But honestly, I had chicken parmesan.
Yep.
Basically like a linguine bolognese or fettuccine bolognese. Calamari.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was like delicious. Incredible Caesar salad. I'm just gonna throw this out there. Like a great Caesar salad gets me every time. It's just absolutely crisp.
Do you start with that or finish?
Yeah. Well, honestly, I could do both. It depends on where we are in the time travel of it
all. Oh, got it. All right. I'm gonna bring in one or two other guests. We'll see if they're ready. Someone's trying to join, but they're having trouble with the link. So I'm gonna try to troubleshoot that. But let's give it up for Yang Miller and Valerie Apperson, who's not back, but she'll be here soon. Hey, what's up, Yang?
Hey! Caesar salad. I'm
Yo.
telling you, with the right romaine lettuce.
Yo, for real, I'm telling you, when you get that crisp romaine, Yang, you don't. It's over. Honestly, it's like Vince Carter or the dunk contest. Over.
It's over. It's over and out.
Out. And then
Over and out. Like I'm driving the big rig.
here's the thing, no, that's what every guy who drives a big rig says is I really loved that Caesar salad.
Hey, speaking of laughter, we do have we troubleshooted ourselves into reality. So Christine Marie is here. So I'm going to bring her in. Give it up for Christine Marie, everybody, for a craft segment or puppets or something Etsy related. Here we go. Wow.
This here's Begonia.
What can you tell us about
We've
her?
had a pretty successful run of a couple of puppet shows with Begonia over here.
Oh, nice. That's
well,
great.
This very diverse bird representation. Yeah, we're getting a lot of work these days. We've been at this since August. I've got about 5 different puppets that move all 5 different ways. And as somebody, one of the reviews that we got was, it looks like a necromancer got caught in a Joanne Fabrics and said, fuck it, go with the army you got.
Hey, that's
Okay.
that means that's nice, right?
I think you're one show late.
Honest.
I see you. Hi, everybody.
Are you worried about the bird flu? I mean, the bird flu. That's the new thing. Bird flu.
Question.
Flu that she's more concerned about. She's not a bird.
Oh, there we go.
But yeah, hey everybody, I'm Real Chris.
Yay!
Yay!
That was a great reveal.
I didn't know you were back there.
Yeah, secrets. Yeah, that's
Really, this is like really behind the magic.
That's
exactly.
master
You know, the kids that I work with, they really do think she's magic. Like, it does not matter that I'm there in full human clothes, no questions about it. They are in. They call her chicken turkey. They call her goose. And yeah, but they have a blast. So
Goose is loose.
Goose is loose. And we did a festival a few weeks ago that like the rest of the acts were all like dancers, like beautiful, long, elegant dancers. And there's me, short, fat, and squat, like a little teapot. And all of the people backstage are like, I just identify with that bird so much. And I'm like, yeah, 100%. Let's be friends. And we had existential healing moments. It was wonderful.
Nice.
That's badass.
Really cool.
Really.
These are kids who believe. They still believe.
That's the problem. Is it's not even that. It's they're so good at like stage combat. Like the stuff that I have friends that get paid to do the kind of stuff that they do naturally. These little 6 and 7-year-olds will get this close and be able to like pull back and react. They're so good.
How did they learn that?
I don't understand. Alexander technique is probably part of it.
Alexander technique was one of the most incredible experiences I had when I was in drama school. It changed my breathing. It's my everyday alignment. It was a game changer.
One of my favorite kids, I'm not going to say her name, but she made me a little Christmas card. But she's always very shy in class, and like if the kids go to the gym, I'll get the pole noodles out and I'll build her a little fort so she feels safe. But the one day she was like, no, I'm playing at the gym. And I got out the hula hoops. This little girl hula hooped for 25 minutes straight and never dropped this thing. That is natural Alexander that I will never like accomplish in my body. Like
I have a question that might benefit Yang. Is that fine? Okay. What?
I'm here. I mean, am I on camera right now?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yangmiller.com.
And
do people tell you that you look like
I'm looking for bugs. I'm bug hunting on this.
Yeah.
Click here for bugs.
Oh wait, that's mine. Sorry,
Christine. What were you asking?
Oh, I said, Yang, do people tell you look like Adam Ferrara?
I don't know who that is. I haven't heard that one.
Because you're
Adam,
young. You
is
and your
he? Let me guess. Golden Bachelor.
no. Honestly, if you can find his original Comedy Central stand-up special, he like that is a Bible for physical comedy and for like telling a story in the medium that it's supposed to be told in. Like he is really working with the audience to get you on board.
Yeah.
That's good advice.
Great advice. I think it's kind of the best advice at times.
Well, all right, here's my question about Alexander Technique. What kind of real world use cases does it have? And how might...
No, don't fall in the snow. That's one of them.
Well, but it had a second part. And how could Yang use any of these lessons for an improv class that he's going to be likely teaching in February? How can he use Alexander Technique to benefit his students?
Confidence. In basic confidence, it's how you center your gravity, basically. Is that a fair description, Jared?
Yeah, no, I think it is like interesting use of the word gravity too, because I think that it has so much of that. You feel the gravity of your body, and you feel an alignment with just with the ground, with the floor, with everything around you, and you actually get a focus that helped so much for me as an actor when I was just in, I was at Stella Adler actually.
And even just something that I'm sure actors hear all the time and improv never hears: plant your damn feet. Plant them.
Oh, dude, bro, I'm telling you.
Yep.
I'm telling you. I coach these kids that have this little improv group for the college. They'll start a scene within 3 minutes. Everyone on the cast will be on stage, walking around or shuffling back and forth. I introduced the idea of chairs to them, and they were blown away. They were. And the director actually did a little pushback on me. She was like, well, they don't have chairs on the sets of Quentin Tarantino movies. I'm like, but they got chairs in the scenes?
Yeah.
They literally.
They have seats in the cars. They can sit in the car. Horses have chairs on them. There was a horses
had a chair that he just got up from.
Yeah. Okay, so Yang, was that useful? Have you already found some use out of this show, which is called Etsy, Spotify, and Stuff? That was stuff.
That was stuff. That was definitely stuff.
All right. Yang just took a... Oh yeah, he's back. Was this a costume change or
I just wanted to put on a jacket to because if I'm going to do a clip for my improv, I want to look good.
Okay, good. I'm gonna bring Valerie back in as well.
Hey!
Magic number 5, baby.
Okay. Now, does anybody have any Etsy and Spotify stuff or eBay advice or Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist? Any way artists can make money?
Yes, actually. So it's not it's not online. I recently got several of the bears that I made and several other, actually I have one.
Nice.
Garments that I have knit. See? But the bears that I made, I'm selling under the banner Gotta Minutes, spelled MINKINTS. Get it? Because it's minutes. And then, but I just called this gallery owner that's a friend of a friend and was like, hey, Michael said you might be willing to look at some stuff that I have. And he totally did. He's like, bring everything you got. I want to see it all. And I did. I brought everything I've ever painted, everything I've ever drawn, everything I knit, everything, dried flower art and sculpture and everything. All he wanted was the bears. But if you can get into the galleries, I'm not talking about like Pinky's Up gallery. I'm talking about your local, like, this is Oak Park. Oak Park is technically a suburb of Chicago, right? But
so it's fancy Chicago.
Well, it's fancy Chicago because there's a Frank Lloyd Wright museum there, his old house. Ernest Hemingway was born there. there's a whole bunch of culture in that particular neighborhood. It was recently listed as an international like destination.
Ah.
But it's just a matter, honestly, of talking to other humans. And I don't know that artists are particularly good at that all the time.
Right.
I think you have to be good at it. I think you just have to do it.
Interesting.
Talk to humans.
I hate you, and I am unfollowing you on all of your social media.
All right, fair.
No, I'm kidding. But it is true. I hate talking to people. I don't like to leave the house generally.
Totally. I honestly, I made up a little bit of this, and if he ever watches this, this will be revealed. I said that I spoke to him at a party. I didn't. He was very drunk that night, though, and he doesn't remember anything. So just pepper in some detail. This is the unethical life pro hack.
Sure.
Just pepper in some detail of like, oh yeah, you were saying you have been to Pittsburgh. That's where I was born. Oh yeah, that's what I remember. Mm-hmm.
Well, people lie on resumes, so it's not that far from you were just a living resume at the moment.
Exactly. Honestly, most of the jobs I have were because of word of mouth and not at all from a physical resume. My current boss doesn't have my current resume. Nice. And I got laid off on the 24th of September to get this new job.
Ah.
So
we lost Jared, but I think he'll probably be back. It was, I'm sure, a technical thing and not a judgment on the show.
Issue?
No.
Not objection to the content.
Right.
Strike.
He unfollowed. He was sick of listening to me telling you to talk to other humans.
Yeah, he might let us know in the chat or something, or he'll be back. So that is good advice. And I even changed the name of the show to Talking to Other Humans, which is what we're doing now.
Yeah.
But it's just good advice in general.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's back. Jared's back. Let's ask him what he thinks he missed. Hey, all right.
Hey guys, so the weirdest part is though, I was just here alone and I thought I was the only one, and it turns out you were all there and I was the one out in the cold like a bear.
Oh, all right. Well, then what do you have to share with us or for us? What did we miss while you were gone?
I feel like it might have been a conspiracy theory that Val was talking about. I'm guessing just based on the what looks to be a map of all the possible places that she's going to possibly take out governmental style. I'm assuming that Yang. I'm sorry. I'm assuming that Yang.
Shut up, Jerry.
Got up and left the stream again, not realizing that his camera was on. I feel like I missed a lot of great bear talk, Berenstein or otherwise, from X-Teen. And Sean, you were probably just smooth as all hell, which you usually are.
Do you mean the television show The Bear?
Oh, no. I heard you talking about the Bears, and then I wasn't sure if you were talking about Chicago, and then I heard about your neighborhood. And but the show The Bear is also very good, and I could talk about that if you'd like.
I mean, you're welcome to. I've never seen it personally. I do live in Chicago. But I have watched all of the recipe videos that have come out of that show, which is kind of like reading Lord of the Rings from the perspective of potato.
Nice.
Are they a little sort of inaccessible, the bear recipes?
Not at all. I mean, it's to be a Chicago hot dog shop, right?
What's that?
It's meant to be like an Italian beef Chicago style hot dog thing. No. Ingredients.
That's good. All right, Christine.
Never had an Italian beef. Tell me about this Italian beef. The experience looks amazing. So juicy.
It's great.
So juicy, so meaty. Cheese, peppers.
Delicious, marinated, and the I'm saying it wrong because my brain is fried. Not the jar.
Let's take a deep breath. Let's take a collective deep breath.
The jardinera is like nothing you've experienced. Okay. There is spice and pickling and sour and sweet and good and vegetable, and you can taste the freshness in everything. It's every single bite is just surrounded in meaty goodness and the thick Italian bread, the hoagie that they cut it out of. Oh, it's wonderful. It is a miraculous experience. It is
Better
wonderful.
than Chipotle?
Nice
Christine,
callback.
I have a follow-up question.
Sure.
Have you made one yourself? And if not, is it easy to find a good one just out in the city?
Oh, absolutely. Rob does trivia at a place called D'Agostino's, and I made him bring me home one the other day. As much as I'm willing to make my own, something about like I won't get the taste of the old oven. Do you know what I mean? Like that's been there and
Oh,
it's
sure.
doing this for like decades. Like it's the you know how like cookies, you make your grandmother's cookie recipe and it just doesn't come out because it's not made with real grandma?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
It's not made with real Chicago. It doesn't taste right.
Mm.
You got to get like all of the like chemicals in there, you know, the cancer. That's what makes it delicious.
I think I've only had one, and it was really fantastic. I would never be able to tell you where it was at, but next time I'm in Chicago, I will definitely have one.
Oh yeah. Actually, you should all apply to the Yippee Festival so you can come to Chicago. If you tell the producer she's pretty, she'll probably let you in.
I did it. I can vouch for it. It was a blast. Christine maybe doesn't know this, but it was the first good show I did of Secret Time Travel Meeting, which at the time was called Time Machine Blueprints, the show. It was the first like that felt good performance.
What festival was that?
The Yippee Fest?
Yippee Fest?
Yippee Fest comes out of the Abby Hoffman Died First Festival, which is 1,000% up your alley. And that went on for like 25 years, and then that guy died or retired, and then two broke off, and the one that survived is Yippee Fest, which has been going on for the last 6 years. For 4 of those 6 years, I've been producing it. And it's stand-up, improv, puppets. Actually, this year was the first year. So I went on the radio to promote and had 1 day left to turn in applications. And I asked Frank, my co-producer, what do you want me to say on radio? And he said, well, we don't have any puppet shows yet. I said, we have 18 hours to turn in apps and we don't have a puppet show yet? You're on. And he's like, gauntlet thrown, 10 minutes. And now literally for the last 7 months, this is all I've been doing is the puppets.
Nice.
I love it. Wow.
Yeah, that's so badass.
I put the website on the screen, yippiefest.com.
Woo!
So if you're watching this or you're on it, screenshot it or rewind it later and come back.
I'll open a tab. I'm going to open a tab.
That's
Okay, good.
Around my birthday.
real manifesting right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty impressive.
And
come in there.
if you can't find an affordable flight to Chicago from wherever you are, you can maybe find a pretty worthwhile Amtrak.
I really thought you were going to say, you can find a worthwhile Craigslist friend who's probably going the same direction.
You never know. I mean, people have found rides off of Craigslist before. Yeah, so that is an option. There's plenty of solutions.
Very cool.
Gang,
I am dying for this tunnel from New York to London. Have you guys heard about this?
No.
Oh my God, a tunnel from New York to London that gets you there in like, what, 3 hours? Elon is proposing? I mean, I need to get over there and get my tea and strumpets.
Is that something they're talking about, or is it something they're actually doing?
It's floating around.
Oh, okay.
The Channel Tunnel, undersea tunnel linking Southern England and Northern France.
That exists.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
After you find that one, find the one that Elon Musk killed.
Oh, it's Elon Musk's thing. Oh, that shit ain't never gonna work. Had that in. Why don't you fucking do the LA one first, and then let's see if you can do it underwater.
Right.
Yeah, that seems to make a lot more sense.
How about The
Just to
trains?
It would be cool. They already have internet cables. Like, why
Yeah.
not?
How
Right?
about the trains? What's that's a good question.
Just
Yang.
trains. Just
Oh.
trains around around the country.
It would be faster trains would
Mhm.
be great. That I love train travel, and I'm
Yeah.
down for it.
And honestly, an Amtrak to Chicago just sounds kind of incredible. And so, honestly, Amtrak in general tends to, it's kind of the Caesar salad of travel. You know what I'm saying, Yang?
What is the current going?
It's
You
love.
get the crisp of the
It's gotta be
romaine,
crisp romaine, or you
Yeah.
can maybe get
the sharp parm.
honestly, that sharp palm really just nailed it. Took it home. It took it home country road. You know what I mean?
What kind of dressing are you going for? A friend of mine, my ex-girlfriend, or she introduced me to chicken Caesar salads, making them
Yeah.
on the regs, but she used Panera bread dressing.
Oh, honestly, I have multiple, and I'm not even kidding, multiple Caesar salad dressings to like, as if it's like different dips for like fries and chicken nuggets. It's really, I might have a problem
Do you
here.
make
Honestly, I think I'm realizing this is like some weird, maybe, is this like childhood trauma rearing its like romaine head?
You know, I was just gonna say is when I was a kid, I grew up in an
Yes, I
Italian restaurant, and I
A
was the
lettuce or a fetish?
whose favorite food was linguine and clam sauce, the white kind, not the red
Yeah.
kind.
Yeah, totally.
And so I would always have like a little thing of clam sauce to like dip my fries in and stuff. They thought that was bizarre. And then I found out all the rest of the childhood trauma. That's so minimal. Like,
It was the sauce.
well, like was reading the stuff to like be a teacher and like the stuff to look for abuse and child trafficking. There is an entire section about children who work in restaurants and they avoid authority, they don't make eye contact, or they're showmen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that what the third season of The Bear is going to be about?
Probably. You gotta add a cute kid later in the season. Them's the rules. Like
I mean, them's the rules. I mean, them's the rules. Like, if you get there, fourth season, if you're going to jump the shark or the Amtrak, then, you know, you got to have a kid in there.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then get rid of it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Don't get rid of it, but put it in jeopardy.
No, don't even put it in jeopardy. Friends, you barely saw any of those kids. No, none of them are good parents, right? Rachel was pregnant for like 9 years. Phoebe, if you do the math, Phoebe's triplets are not her brother's triplets. She's pregnant before that.
Real quick. I just looked up how much it would cost for a one-way trip from New York to Chicago in August.
Mm-hmm.
$93 one way.
Let's book it.
Yeah.
Book the ticket before I book the job.
Just in
I'll
case.
just go watch y'all.
I mean, I'm gonna be either at the booth or in the box or behind the stage the entire time. So if you just want to come work with me, you can do that too.
There you go.
The last theater knows me as the spreadsheet lady.
Spreadsheets about like schedules or ticket sales.
Schedules, every single prop that belonged to the theater had a specific list for everybody that took it, when it was supposed to be out, when it came back, where it was placed back to, in the back of the stage. I had an entire grid. I had, if people brought their own props, they had their own list so that I could check off everything that came in and out of the building. And the first night, somebody tried to tell me that an amp was stolen. And I stood there going, no, it's not. It is not stolen. There were no other acts here. The one-armed violin player certainly wasn't taking your amp. The opera singer didn't need your amp. The juggler didn't need your amp. The stand-up didn't need your amp. No one took your amp. 20 minutes after the show is over, the director comes up to me looking real sad in front of the theater owner. And I said, what's wrong? And she goes, he said the amp looked different in the dark.
Whoa.
Interesting.
I caught my breath. I looked up and said, I'll tell you what, I'm not mad and my underwear's clean. You found the amp. We're good here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well done. Well done.
I knew it was there.
I want his amp now. I want it to be mine without permission.
It sounds like maybe a winning show for the next Yippee Fest might be if somebody pitches something that says that's like somebody will win this amp. If that's like the name of a show and you bring an amp and give it to somebody, like I don't know.
Trying to
What do you
pick
think?
awards for years. You tell me about it. You did the awards for 1 year for Bad Film Fest. I have a medal from you from track in 7th grade, I think.
There was 1 year where we gave away awards and we happened to find a bunch of trophies that somebody was throwing out, and we just sort of repurposed them. At Theater Fest, yeah.
Love it.
That's amazing.
I mean, I think that was the year where we tried to do this several times where everybody got an award for something so that everyone can say that they wrote an award-winning play.
Award winner, yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mine was best adaptation.
Nice. What was it? What was an adaptation of? Do you recall?
Rises by Hemingway. Mine was called Risen. And Sun Also Rises just got into public domain last year, so I was considering reshooting it and seeing if I didn't come up with something better.
Nice.
Christine, I'm rereading it now. It's one of my favorite books. I would love if you would honor me with allowing me to read your stuff. That would be really cool.
Yes, I would. I love Brett so much. That whole book is one of my favorite books of all time.
It is. I reread it like at different points in my life, sort of, that I have such different perspectives now, and I just think it's one of the most beautiful, incredible stories. But it also just tells it's a love story about life, but in a lot of ways about love. And no one lives their way up except for a bullfight.
But it's about love in a way that's so honest, in a way that it's not magical.
No, it's not. I mean, I think it's one of the best last lines in any book. Isn't it pretty to think so?
Yes.
And like just that leaning in and like the Lady Brett Ashley putting her hand on Jake's chest and just saying what we could have been is just. I mean, it's like Brando and On the Waterfront. You're just like, oh, I could have been a contender. You know what I mean? Like
I totally read Brando in that role. Yes.
I just think it's just it's one of the most beautiful. That I mean, isn't it pretty to think so? Is such a real, honest take on love, and what they've been through and what they could go through. And it's like we all hope that things could always work out, but sometimes it just doesn't. And that's the beauty of it all.
I read this book once in college, and now that you say that last line, I remember the sort of gut punch of that moment in the book. Yeah.
I felt it in relationships. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
That gut punch is a really great choice of phrase there, Sean.
You're welcome. I do. Thanks for sharing that horrible literary moment that we've both lived through. You more often.
Better than the last dream.
Yeah. We might have a guest who's about to show up. I just sent them the join link. We'll find out if they have relevant things to share, gig related, But this has been fun so far. Does anybody have any notes about the show?
I have a question, not a note.
Great.
So the different Caesar salad dressings, do they have varying amounts of sardine?
I'm anti-sardine.
No. Oh, wow. Okay. Hey, Sean, can you put me in the back room?
Oh, yeah. And for the record, anybody can put themselves in the back room. We'll bring Yang back on. But
anyone can put themselves.
Jared, is it ranch?
No, those are different, right, Val?
But Caesar is anchovies.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Go get all your bottles. Go read the ingredients. You tell me right now that there are not anchovies in any of those bottles.
It's what makes it Caesar.
Jared, if you want to excuse yourself and see if you have any Caesar dressing in the refrigerator, no one's holding you to do it. But if you want to do it,
they're meant to be eaten.
All right, I'm going to bring Yang back in.
How do I excuse myself again?
If you want, Yang, do you have any Caesar in your refrigerator? Or...
I meant to say anchovies, not sardines.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
anchovies. You're right. You're right.
Wait.
Yeah. Anchovies.
Wow. How did Jared just flash
Where
his...
did he go yellow?
Yeah, did he just spontaneously combust? That's...
Oh my god.
Wow. He'll be back. He'll be back.
Wow.
He'll be back. All right. Well, how about other gig stuff? Christine, do you have art you want to show?
I'm actually in Pittsburgh right now, so I didn't really bring a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah. How about road trip stories? What was the travel like?
Honestly, last night, we got an hour out of Pittsburgh to Youngstown, and the snow just came down so fast and so hard that I was like, let's get off the road now. And so we went to a hotel and had a lovely night, which is this like recurring thing that we do now. Because 2 Christmases ago, we spent Christmas at a truck stop 40 miles from our house. Went 20 miles deeper into the woods to get to another hotel. Stayed there throughout the night until the water main broke and we had to be evacuated from there. Stayed in another hotel now 100 miles from our house, but deeper into the woods. And did that for 4 days until finally coming back to our home in Chicago.
You've been roughing it.
Yeah.
Then New Year's Eve, we said, we're not driving. So we took the subway because we live in Chicago. We got the subway back. We got to get on the bus and the bus hit a biker. So we had to walk home 4 miles at 3 a.m. on New Year's.
Wow. What do you think this holiday will bring you and Rob?
Like, I'm staying home.
We made the smart decision to pull over when we did. So I'm hoping that the rest of this is much smoother.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of holidays, we do have a guest who just joined us who may have a holiday song to share, or he might just want information about gigs. We'll see. Give it up for Pip Smith, everyone.
Yay!
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Can you hear me okay?
You sound better than the host of this show.
That's great. Are you saying I could just take over? Am I the host now?
If you want, for a little while. Yeah, definitely.
Sure, man. Well, how is everyone else doing?
Woo!
I have no material.
Well, no, that's
I'm
fine.
just here to chit chat.
Yeah, of course. This show is called Etsy, Spotify, and Stuff, a.k.a. Talking to Other Humans. So you're doing it. You're give yourself a round of applause. You've already hit the bar.
You want me to clap?
You won.
Yeah.
You won this round, my friend.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, thanks everybody.
I'm gonna take a quick break, but I'll be back. You guys handle this in the interim. All right.
Sure, we could.
You handle this.
So Yang, I don't know about you, but I know Valerie and Pip aren't you guys both like selling art, doing the giggy kind of side things? Tell me about your art.
Okay. Do you want to go first, Valerie?
Sure. I feel like I did this yesterday, right? So it was a little like, but I do have stuff. So this is an infinity one. It's called the other side. No, the hidden hand of the other side of the market. So it's like
Of the market?
the market. Yes.
Like that.
Hold on. Everything's going all weird. But so yeah, and it has sort of like a ocean and a shining city on a hill and a free math theory on the back. And then I got these kind of floral things we do a lot of. And I'm actually doing miniature ones too. I don't know where those went. They're around here somewhere. Oh, they're over here. Look. So I have like these little things. So they're miniatures of like the bigger ones that I have around here. These big florals.
It looked like a frog and toad kind of tones.
Totally. Yeah.
It was giving frog and toad.
Like that.
Little bit of frog and toad in there, tones wise.
Yeah, and it's metallic and pearlescent and neon and also glow in the dark.
Are you using gold leaf at all? Are you experimenting with that?
No, just like metallic,
Mhm.
acrylic, metallic marker,
Cool.
neon, glow in the dark. Sometimes there's glitter. There's that one.
Tiny.
There's that one.
I love working small. See, I've been going big. Look at this. Look at this fucking piece of shit.
Yo, that looks awesome though. Both
Look
of
at
them.
this over here. I'm trying to sound. She's got the right idea. She's working with small shit. I've got a 3x3 over here. I'm like, who wants this, fucker?
No, I've made the same mistake.
There we go. See? What's
I'll
that?
take it.
I can't sell that thing like for anything, even though everybody likes it, but I haven't been able to sell it.
Yeah, I hear you.
So, are you doing the miniatures for saleability? Like, is this more?
Yeah, it is for saleability. I thought about doing prints too. I used to have a photography business in my 20s, and so like it was like wedding portrait photography, and so like I'd set up like a drop shipping shop where people would just like buy their prints, and then they have them like sent over and like packaged, and I would never have to touch it or do anything or take payments or anything. So I think like that same system could work for like art prints. Because like I know a lot of people want to buy, like everybody likes this one, right?
Mhm.
But like I can't just sell it for, I got to sell it for something that's like actually going to help me live. And if I can't do that, then maybe miniatures and maybe prints.
Prints are a great way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like not only just cost effective, but in terms of getting your stuff out there, like stick some shit to coffee shop walls. Stick some
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, like, there's a coffee shop that is down to work with me, but I don't know. A lot of it seems like dead ends. There's a hotel in Soho that I do need to like hit up because they like this one, and I think it looked great in the lobby. It's fucking huge, and I should put it away because I'm gonna pierce it. But maybe this year will be the year I like kind of get more curious about it. Because there's not a lot of room around here anymore. Anyway, that's my stuff. What else is going on? What do you guys got going on?
Well, what art are you two doing? Anything like visual, or are you all more talk? Are you verbal art?
I mean, I do like to talk. No, I've been a couple months back. I got laid off from my job at nuts.com, so I decided to dive back into my art.
Hold on. Let's go back to that. Nuts.com?
Yeah, nuts.com. They sell nuts. Yeah, you got it, Sharon. Thank you. For
Yeah,
help.
of course, buddy. Honestly, you alley oop it to me.
Yeah, no, it's right
Honestly,
there.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
crack that show.
Yeah, no, nuts and dried fruit and gift baskets. And for a while, I was answering the phone for them. And then I had like my quarterly review after doing that for a couple months. And they're like, how do you feel about this? And I'm like, I don't want to answer the phone anymore. So then they gave me like an entry level accounting job in nuts.com. And that lasted for about, a year. And then this company stopped doing well. So I lost that job and I started writing songs again. And it's been the best experience of my life. Not working is actually fucking awesome. I don't know why more people don't do it. But, it helps when you get unemployment,
Well, that's what I was going to say, is how long is your unemployment lasting?
I have until like mid-March.
Not bad.
Hey, that is good.
Yeah, no, I have like plenty of time to like play piano and go for like long walks and stuff, like contemplate. Y'all ever contemplate?
Yo, Pip, honestly, I love deep contemplation.
Yeah, I love to contemplate, man.
Contemplating the fuck out of this life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's been real. It's been way real than like just sitting in an office. They like in the corporate world, they used to give everybody their own office back in like the day, like when our parents had jobs. And now they just don't have any offices at all, and they just call it off open office. And they're like everybody sit next to each other because it's better for synergy. And I just think that that's bullshit.
This was
Like,
at nuts.com.
yeah, no, that's
That's it.
You have
Every
to
job makes you
go
sit next to each other.
every turn of your work if you're in the same room with people.
what?
Sorry, I was talking over so maybe.
No,
But
I'm sorry, I missed your question. That was what that one was.
no. Just that, like, that does sound hard because you'd have to be social at every single moment of working because you're with people. Like, you can't have normal private reactions to anything.
Yeah,
Unless you really make a team that becomes a clan.
yeah,
Go from work team to
Let's not go with clan. Maybe it could just be a large
like a
group.
tribe.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
tribe.
Happy
Okay,
Hanukkah.
tribe.
I'm just saying.
Accounting kind of felt like a tribe. We all kind of kept to ourselves.
I like
Well,
But at the
the,
same time, like, just when you're just sitting next to people for 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, and you just type away. Every once in a while, you just sort of like I start dancing in the middle of the day because I
Hell
just
yeah.
can't sit still. And then like I'm sure I'm annoying the shit out of my coworkers. And that's why I prefer back in the cubicle days or the office days or the working from home days for fuck's sake. Because I could just take some time in the middle of the day to just randomly dance, and you can't do that. Especially in the accounting department, they don't like that.
As
well,
a teacher, though, they really do. So if
the,
you can pass a background check for the children, I just found out the FBI doesn't think I'm a criminal. How about that?
Hey, I got one of those
Congrats.
too. I got approved too. I'm not a criminal.
Nice.
What is
What are you talking about? Why have you been approved to not be a criminal?
Worked with children. Hey, approved to work with children. Run some improv classes.
Oh,
Run some improv classes.
I get it. Congrats. That's big.
I was on the watch list because so I had my first show in downtown Pittsburgh. It was a big deal. I was 19 and I had to carry all of my supplies, and I was building my stage out of PVC pipe. And to hold it down, I needed to borrow some rocks from my friend's yard, which means I was carrying them on the bus in like milk crates, right? And so all that the Pittsburgh Port Authority ever saw me do was carry giant plastic bags that were all black, or PVC pipe, or rocks. You know what? Fair. You're right. You got me.
I mean, it felt a lot more telegraphed than I think it realized. So I'm gonna say.
Well,
It's like I
the
don't
name
feel
of
like
the name of this show is Comedy Joke Lab. So we're doing great because I've heard some good laughs on this episode. And
Laughter is important.
yeah, no, sorry, this is Etsy, Spotify, and stuff, which includes
fuck.
YouTube. Pip,
and stuff.
do you want to
And
share
stuff.
your?
Yeah.
Do you,
All right,
Pip,
I'll
do you
tell
wanna
you
share
what
your-
I'll do. I've written a Christmas song,
Yes.
which, if you guys don't know much about Judaism,
Yes.
it's a sacred Jewish tradition.
Yeah.
We actually wrote all the best Christmas songs.
Nobody's
Look it
getting
up.
Streisand. Nobody
Well,
is.
Pip,
Like,
here's the thing. This is my Menorosaurus.
there you go. Oh shit, that's awesome.
Hold
If I
on.
had one of those growing up, I might have stayed religious.
Let's see that again.
Yeah.
Let's see that again, Jared. Ooh. Nice. Beautiful.
Rawr, he's coming for Haman. Rawr, rawr. Like 5 people on the stream will get that joke, by the way.
Good. One of them is Pip, perhaps.
I
I don't
hope
know.
so.
Yeah, no, I get all the menorah jokes.
Yeah.
Yo, Sean, remember when I was living in Colorado and I was trying to find a menorah?
I do. Yeah. You
Oh,
had
man.
to have an hour-long meeting with a rabbi, isn't that correct?
Yeah, no, it was a whole ordeal.
Yeah.
And I really didn't even want to light it. I just wanted to have it. Because when you live in Colorado, like in New York City, everyone's pretty much a Jew. Even the ones who aren't are kind of. But in Colorado, I'm like exotic, like they don't have so many Jews out there. So I had two roommates who were both like, completely alien to Jewish culture. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to get a menorah. They both happen to be women.
It makes it funnier somehow.
I don't know why. So, I go to like Target and I'm looking for a menorah in Target in Boulder, Colorado, which so guy who I asked had no idea what a menorah was. So I kept explaining it's, for the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah, you light it and you start with one candle and you keep lighting one candle, and he just wasn't getting it. And finally, I'm like, it's this golden candle thing for the holiday. And he said, oh, the Christmas decorations are over there. I'm like, damn it.
But that's where a menorah might be next to.
No, he was being logical. It was just funny that I wasn't able to explain myself.
Yeah.
It was like a guy who really didn't know the very specific directions you were asking.
Yeah.
Like if you go to a town, you're like, I'm trying to get to a club that only has a red light at the entrance, but it's somewhere around here, and I got a 5-minute set.
Yeah, Yang, in this case, it would be a blue light.
Well,
a blue light, not a red light. Yeah.
Not for Hanukkah.
All right, Sean, can you put me in the back room?
Oh, sure. And we do have just
those
moments available for Pip's song. Pip, can we do your song?
Yeah. Well, I could drop a link for it later. I'm not going to play a whole 5-minute song right now.
Okay.
It's just going to be awkward. But, like, first, can you guys hear the keyboard?
Yes.
All right. Oh, shit. Fuck me. Joy to the world. It's finally Christmas. And what an awful year we've had. And I don't think that a tree is gonna fix this. 'Cause things are really fucking bad. And all the love and joy in the air makes me think of what's not there. The holes that we have inside can't be fixed by the things that we buy, but hey, at least we're all still here. So what the hell? Bring on the Christmas cheer. At this point, there would be background, but you know what, guys? Maybe just check out the song. I could drop a YouTube link to it. It's on YouTube.com.
Nice.
You guys know about it.
Let's bring back the dog pound.
All right.
All right.
I've heard of YouTube.com.
Pip, is the song on Spotify? But it's
Oh,
on
yeah.
YouTube.
Not yet. Every time you try to put something on Spotify, they're like, yeah, we'll put it on there in 3 days.
Right.
And I'm like, well, that is inconvenient for me on December 22nd trying to drop a Christmas song.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do?
Well, put the YouTube link in the chat for people who are watching.
You're just going to have to give me like a minute.
Yeah. Eventually. It doesn't have to be now.
Now I can no longer be the focus and fade into the background.
Well, at 9 o'clock, we have a show called High Functioning Stoners. Anyone who's here is allowed to stay. And anybody who's watching can also join. What's that, Jared?
No, I was going to say is I feel like all of us seemingly would probably qualify for that. So I probably know more about that than Etsy.
That's perfect.
I'm no Christine.
Yeah.
Guest of honor.
Well, then you're
I mean, we just talked halfway. I'm pretty sure we're best friends now.
I'm
So
pretty sure. Did we just become best friends?
wait, did we just become best friends?
Oh, by the way, I got this for you. While I was in the champagne supernova in the sky.
nice.
Which I don't know why it was my Snapchat. Which it's weird here. I'm gonna bring a little thing called Wait.
Is that the final line? Oh, the end.
There you
Yes. Wow. All right. We're gonna be back. That's a great end of this episode. Here we go.